Hello everyone, welcome to How to Raise a Monarch Butterfly, Part 5. Today we're going to be talking about how to change to a bigger habitat and introducing you to the Chrysalis stage. Now, the Monarch larva or caterpillar stage lasts around 10 to 14 days, and after that the caterpillar will create a chrysalis where its metamorphosis will occur and it will transform from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Before we get into the chrysalis stage, however, I want to show you how to change to a bigger container now that your caterpillar is large. So first we're going to prepare our big container and make it ready for a caterpillar. First, we're going to have our piece of paper towel as usual, and we're just going to put it inside. At the bottom, just like that. Now, if your container is wider, then just cut a bigger piece of paper. So now we're going to put our fresh leaf inside. Now, if you have more than one caterpillar, then you should be putting more than one piece of leaf. So, here's something just to keep in mind. If it's during the day, you should probably put one leaf per caterpillar. But if it's during the night, you should probably put 2 leaves per caterpillar, or 1.5. This is because caterpillars eat like crazy at night. One way to know if the caterpillars are healthy and they're getting enough to eat is that their poop is black and hard. Now, I'm not telling you to touch it, but you can tell when it's rolling, and that your paper isn't that stained. So now that we have our big container ready, we're going to take our old habitat and basically transfer the caterpillar over here. So now I've put in a piece of paper here just to prevent messes. I'm going to take the old piece of leaf and just shake it if there's any poop still on it. And you can see it's been eaten quite a bit. Now there's 2 ways that you can put the caterpillar into its new habitat. One is just to drop the leaf here. This one's probably safest because the caterpillar will eventually crawl onto the new one and just take the old one out. Now if you're feeling adventurous, then you can try nudging it onto your finger. Now I'm not quite sure how it's going to react to that. If you just try to pull it off like that, it may stay on your finger, but oftentimes it'll curl up into like a shell. Now this one's pretty it's pretty adventurous, and it's just checking my finger out. And basically, once you're done with that, just take your leaf and you just gently nudge it onto its leaf. Oh, please cooperate. Oh, okay, let's go. So then it can crawl on. It actually feels really cool for a caterpillar to crawl on your finger, and it's kind of ticklish. So now that you have that, you can just put it into your new container, and you can take your old leaf and basically dump this whole thing just like that onto the piece of paper, and just throw your paper and whatever leftovers you have into the garbage. So when your caterpillar is big enough and it feels like it's ready, it will make a chrysalis on your lid. So if you just put it like this, when it's ready, it'll dangle on the lid to make its chrysalis. Usually doesn't do it on the leaf. So what should you do? Now, normal lids do work as well, because caterpillars have silk and they can stick onto the lid, and usually it'll be alright. However, your butterfly chrysalis may fall off more easily from this kind of shiny, smooth lid. And if that happens, well, I have some resources in the description box that can aid you in putting it back onto the lid, or how to solve that kind of problem. So now I'm going to walk you through how to create this kind of lid. Now what's the difference? So with this kind of shinier clear lid, it may be easier for the chrysalis to fall off from the lid, or also another reason is with this kind of lid, it's easier for the butterfly to hold on to, for its legs to grasp, and this means that when it comes out of its chrysalis and it needs to dry its wings, it can walk around on the lid and not just hang on to its chrysalis. So now, if you have just this kind of clear lid, what you can do is you can get some old cloth, so this, and as long as it has this rougher kind of surface, you can also use this kind of window screen, like a denser window screen material, but as you can see, it's kind of thin. So it's also any kind of silk fabric clothing you can put on here, as long as it scraps, you know, and you can cut out this shape and just glue it on here. Now you do want to actually poke holes where these air pockets are, so that when the butterfly does come out, it has some air to breathe, especially if it comes out during the night. So you can also put on some popsicle sticks for greater stability, but that's up to you. Normally this kind of rough cloth or fabric should do just fine. So once you have something similar to this, whether it's with opaque fabric or silk, you can then put it onto your container, and when the caterpillar is ready, it will crawl onto this lid and make its chrysalis. So this is what happens when your caterpillar is about to make its chrysalis. As you can see, it is dangling from the lid, from its tail. And if I go in a bit closer, you might also see that it's got kind of that greener, darker color on its skin. And basically, later on, it'll make the chrysalis from this form. So when it goes onto the lid and just lays there, it may be getting ready to go into this dangling form and to make its chrysalis. So don't touch it. Just put the leaf here like I did. And if it wants to come down and eat, it'll eat. If it doesn't, it'll start making its chrysalis like it is now. Bring it a bit closer. This is what the caterpillar looks like when it's up close without the container. So as you can see, it is dangling by its tail, and it is able to dangle because of the silk and its sticky substance on its tail. The chrysalis will look like when the caterpillar has just finished making it. And now, as you can see, there's still some ledges, there's still some yellow. And after a while, it'll refine the chrysalis and turn it into something more green, and actually something that is a bit more gem-like beautiful. So right now, it's just the starting point, and afterwards it's going to make it a bit more smooth. Here's a clip that I took a few years back, which illustrates how a caterpillar turns into a chrysalis. This is sped up to 2 times speed, and I hope you enjoy it. That's basically all for this video. The chrysalis stage usually lasts around 2 weeks, so we'll post a video in between showing you how to set up another type of container. So if you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. If you like our content, please subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments or questions, do so in the comments box below. Thank you all for watching, and